From Hollywood, California, the Lux Radio Theater presents Janet Gaynor and Robert Montgomery in A Star is Born.
Lux presents Hollywood. Back on the air again after a summer vacation, our first production brings you Janet Gaynor, Robert Montgomery, Lionel Stander, and May Robeson in one of the greatest stories the screen has ever known, A Star is Born. With us also, here on the stage of the Lux Radio Theater on Hollywood Boulevard, we have as guests Sid Grauman, founder and managing director of one of the most famous motion picture theaters in the world, Grauman's Chinese, and John Leroy Johnston, managing editor of Screen Book and Hollywood magazines. Conducting our orchestra is Louis Silvers. Now, I turn the microphone to our producer, discoverer of stars, director of 63 motion pictures. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. 9 weeks have passed since I last stood here to ring up the curtain in the Lux Radio Theater. Tonight we return, as we shall every Monday night at this time, bringing you Hollywood's celebrated stars in the most distinguished plays of stage and screen. We've had a vacation, but more than that, we've had an opportunity to plan ahead. As a result, the greatest series of dramatic treats it has ever been our pleasure to offer is in store for you. We alone could not have made this possible. You, through the friendship shown our products, are equally responsible. For a fitting inaugural, we made a long and careful search. We found it in the stars and story we're about to bring you. Janet Gaynor and Robert Montgomery in the brilliant Technicolor screenplay from Selznick International Studios, A Star is Born. From these same studios has recently come another record-breaking film, The Prisoner of Zenda, which, starring Ronald Colman and featuring Madeleine Carroll and Douglas Fairbanks, Jr., is now duplicating the sensational success of tonight's story. Miss Gaynor's performance in A Star is Born is bringing her a national acclaim, approached only by her debut performance several years ago in Seventh Heaven. She was scarcely more than a child then, and if you could see her now, you'd realize she's still a little girl. In fact, there's only 100 pounds and 5 feet of her, topped by large brown eyes and dark red hair. Among her treasures is a little pair of black low-heeled shoes that once pattered from studio to studio as their owner searched for work. They never stopped at my door. I wish they had. As Esther Blodgett, Miss Gaynor makes her first appearance in the Lux Radio Theater. Compared with her, our co-star, Robert Montgomery of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studios, is a veteran. His portrayal tonight of Norman Maine is his fourth on our stage. Bob's popularity wherever pictures are shown, his versatility in all kinds of difficult roles, leaves me little more to say than welcome home to an old friend of our theater. Bob's new MGM picture with Rosalind Russell is Live, Love, and Learn. Lionel Stander resumes the role he played on the screen, Libby, the publicity man. Also from the original cast, as Granny, comes that actress now in her 54th year of trooping, May Robeson. Lou Merrill is heard as Oliver Niles. And now for our play. The Lux Radio Theater returns to the air, bringing you Janet Gaynor and Robert Montgomery in A Star is Born. An isolated farmhouse on the wind-swept plains of North Dakota. The house is silent, sleeping, but moonlight streams through the window of one of the upstairs rooms, where a young girl is still awake. She lies across her bed, sobbing quietly into the pillow. The door is inched open, and an elderly woman in an old flannel wrapper calls to her softly.
Esther? Esther?
Yes, Granny?
Oh, I thought you'd still be up. Oh, now stop crying. That isn't going to do you any good.
Oh, I'm crying because Aunt Mattie and Alec and everyone else in this family makes me so mad.
Aunt Mattie, Alec, fiddlesticks. They're not important. You're the only one who counts.
Oh, but I could be an actress, Granny. I could be. And I'd go to Hollywood, too, if I had the chance. But they just laugh at me because I want to make something out of myself. They think it's funny.
Esther, everyone in this world who ever dreamed about better things was laughed at. Don't you know that?
Oh, I suppose I do, but...
But there's a difference, dear, between dreaming and doing. You modern girls give me a pain. Why, when I wanted something better, I came across these plains in a prairie schooner with your grandfather. And don't think for a minute it was easy, Esther Blodgett. We burned in summer, and we froze in winter. We used our guns when we needed food, and then fought the Indians to keep it. But we kept on going, and we didn't complain, because we were doing what we wanted to do. Can you understand that?
Yes, I can.
Could you do it? Could you do it even if it broke your heart? Because for every dream that you make come true, you'll pay the price in heartbreak.
I'm not afraid, Granny.
All right, then. Here. Take this money.
Oh, but Granny...
Go on, and go to your Hollywood.
But I can't take your money.
And why not?
It's your savings.
Well, I haven't got anything to save up for now. Except my funeral. And I'm never going to die.
Oh, Granny. How can I ever thank you?
Good night.
Oh, Granny. Granny, darling.
Hollywood Boulevard, the heart of the movie metropolis. On your right, Grauman's Chinese Theater. Notice the paved blocks containing the hand and footprints of your favorite star. And in just a few minutes, we'll be in Beverly Hills.
Hello? Oleander Arms Apartments. Yeah, we got a vacancy. $4. Running water, convenient to all studios, and you can look at it whenever you want. What do you do? Huh? Listen, wise guy, don't waste my time. The ad said no cowboys.
Good afternoon. My name is Esther Blodgett.
Mine's Randall. Day, week, or month?
Well, it's a little hard to say. You see, I'm going into the movies.
Well, take it for a week. It'll break the jump to Beverly Hills. Sign here.
Are all the studios really near here?
All except Gaumont British.
I suppose the best way to get a job is to go straight to the studios, isn't it?
Oh.
I haven't any illusions, you know. I'm perfectly willing to begin with a little bit of a part, or even as an extra.
$4, please, in advance.
Come in.
I beg your pardon. Is this the Central Casting Office?
Yes.
I'd like to register for extra work, please.
To register? How long have you been in Hollywood?
It's nearly a month now.
Well, you know, we have 12,416 extras registered with us now. That's 16 times as many as we can use each working day. Why, we haven't put anyone on our register in over 2 years.
Oh, I see.
Come over here. I want to show you something.
Yes, Central Casting.
Those 4 girls operate our switchboard. Every time one of those little lights flashes, it's someone asking for a job. And every time a girl says, try later, it means there isn't any job. We can't keep the girls at the switchboard long. They go crazy. And every one of those little lights thought it was going to be a star. Do you still want to go into movies? You know what your chances are. 1 in 100,000.
But maybe I'm that one.
Afternoon, Miss Blodgett.
Any phone calls for me, Mr. Randall?
No, Jesse Lasky and Sammy Goldwyn must be writing you letters instead. How was their luck today?
There wasn't any.
Maybe you don't go at it right.
If I haven't learned in 3 months, I guess I never will. But I'm not giving up.
Hey, Esther!
Hello, Danny.
Hello, McGuire. How's the big assistant director? And say, how's about some rent?
Never mind that. Listen, Esther, I gotta speak to you right away. Come in the parlor.
Danny, what's the matter?
Remember when you first came here, I said I'd keep my eye out for a job for you? Well, believe it or not, I've got one.
Danny, that's wonderful. When do I go to studio?
Well, you don't exactly go to the studio.
Oh, it's on location.
Well, it isn't exactly on location either. It isn't really a movie job at all. It's to be a waitress.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it is kind of a movie job in a way if you look at it right.
You said it was a waitress.
Yeah, but it's waitressing for Casey Burke, the big director over at our studio. He's throwing a party tonight, and there'll be a lot of big people there. I bet there'll be any number of big directors.
And if you're there, maybe they'll notice you.
I could make them notice me.
Sure you could. This is your chance, Esther.
My chance. All right, I'll do it, Danny.
Good girl.
Hello? Mr. Burke's residence?
Let me speak to Mr. Oliver Niles in quick.
Who, sir?
Oliver Niles. Niles, the producer.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. Niles.
Yes?
It's for you, sir.
Thank you. I'll take it inside. Hello? Oliver Niles speaking.
Hello, Niles. This is your publicity department.
Well, what is it, Libby?
Your publicity department begs to advise you that your star, Mr. Norman Maine, has once again been thrown in the Los Angeles jug.
What?
Yes, Mr. Norman Maine, America's Prince Charming, was apprehended driving down Wilshire Boulevard with a siren going full blast. He explained he was a tree surgeon on a maternity case.
Well, where is he now?
I bailed him out an hour ago. He ought to be at Breaks any minute.
Will it be in the papers?
No, it won't be in the papers.
Oh,
But that's a nice, expensive hobby of yours. Keeping Mr. Maine's informal entertainments out of the public press.
Now, look, Libby, I don't care what it costs, but...
Evening, Norman.
Never mind, Libby. He's here now. I'll call you back.
Hi, Oliver. You look worried about something.
Do I?
Well, go ahead and say it. I've got it coming to me.
No, don't make it any tougher for me, Norman. I don't want to stand here and preach.
Yeah, I know. The costs are going up and the grosses are going down.
No, it isn't that, Norman. I've made a lot of money with you. I can stand a loss or two, but... Well, I hate to see you go the way of so many others.
I tell you, why don't you get Lloyd's to insure you against me?
You're a great star, Norman, but you're starting to fall apart.
And just what do you mean by that?
Oh, the first signs are always the same, Norman. Not being able to remember your lines, the cameraman struggling to cover up your hangovers, all because you've got to have a good time every day, every night. I've warned you for a long time, Norman.
Okay, Oliver. You're a swell guy. You won't lose any money on me, I'll promise you that. I'll be ready for the curtains when the time comes. And when it does, here's my epitaph. For amusement only. Let's get back to that party.
Hors d'oeuvre, Mr. Maine. The caviar's very good.
No, thank you. Oh. Yes, please. Very beautiful. I mean, very good. Never seen you around here before.
I'm just working for the night.
Hey, come back here. Starving. Well, let's see. Which would you take?
Well?
I believe I'll take caviar.
Norman.
Hi, Anita. Where have you been?
Looking for you, mostly. Come and join the party.
Wait a second. Caviar, anchovies...
Oh, take the tray away, please. Mr. Maine doesn't care for any more. Do you, Normie?
No, Normie doesn't care for any more. Greetings.
Oh,
You mind if I help?
in the kitchen. Won't they miss you?
Oh, no, they'll just look under the table, and when they see I'm not there, they'll forget the whole matter. What's your name?
Esther Blodgett.
My name's Maine.
I know.
What's so funny?
I was thinking about all your fans. How surprised they'd be if they could see you now helping me put plates away.
They don't know my finer side.
He'd be pretty envious of me, meeting you in person this way.
Tell me, you disappointed?
Yes. Now you've done it.
Never mind. It makes the room look lived in. Why are you disappointed in me?
I was sitting right behind you in the Hollywood Bowl that night you didn't want to be photographed and you smashed the photographer's camera.
Yes, I'm told I crept into many a heart that night.
Oh, I'll never be able to explain this.
You've got very pretty
You
hair.
better get out of here.
And a sensitive mouth. And a charming little... Ah! Anita, darling.
Precisely. Why are you in here instead of with the rest of the guests?
I just want to be helpful.
Oh, I see. Are you sure there was no other attraction?
Well, it might be that my old mania for putting plates away is coming back on me again.
It's rather odd that I always know where I can find you if there's a pretty girl around.
It's not only odd, it's embarrassing. And we aren't married, darling, so...
You're being deliberately insulting, Norman. I've put up
Now,
with enough...
dear, don't lose your temper. Remember, we must try to keep the voice low. I know you'll excuse us if we go on with our work.
Oh, please. Let me help.
Put that plate down.
Oh, Mr. Maine, get up. He's unconscious.
Unconscious? Now see what you've done.
Oh, but I didn't do anything. I didn't...
Hey,
Oh,
help me up, will you?
are you hurt?
No more than usual.
Listen to that. The wolves are on us. Come on, we've got to get out of
But
here.
I can't. The dishes aren't finished.
Oh, yes, they are. Watch. Come on.
That's my house, Mr. Maine, the one with the oleander bush.
Oh, right.
Well,
I'll bet I know what you're going to say now.
what?
Good night.
Good night, and thanks.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Do you realize that all I've found out about you is that you're foolish enough to want to go into pictures?
Why is it foolish? Look at you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Now, I'd like to go into this matter rather thoroughly.
Oh, that's
so why don't we
awfully
go
nice
up to
of you.
my place and talk it over?
Oh, no. Thank you very much, but I really must say good night.
Oh, now, wait a minute. The least I can do is to see you to your door. Will I see you again?
I hope so.
Has anyone ever told you that you're lovely?
No?
Well, now you know.
Thank you.
This is hard to say, but I want to say it anyway. On the screen, I'm a, well, you know. In private life, I'm, well, you know. But whatever I do, I still respect lovely things. And you're lovely. Do you understand that?
Yes, I think I do.
And it's not that bump on the head that's doing this either.
I'm glad.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yes?
Do you mind if I take just one more look?
Good night.
Good night.
The Lux Radio Theater presentation of A Star is Born continues in just a moment. In the meantime, let's imagine we are in the living room of an American home. A husband and wife are listening to the Lux Radio Theater. It's intermission time.
Oh, this is a marvelous play, Joe.
Sure is, but then I go for Gaynor anytime.
She is lovely.
Come to think of it, she reminds me of you a little. There's something about you that...
Joe, if I'm anything like Janet Gaynor, the only resemblance is in our complexions. I take care of my skin the same way she does, with Lux toilet soap.
It's really that good, is it?
Good. It's a soap with active lather. It really gets your skin thoroughly clean.
Thoroughly clean? What do you mean?
Well, if you let dirt and stale powder and rouge stay on your skin, they work in and stop up your pores. That ruins the complexion. Your pores get enlarged. Haven't you ever heard of cosmetic skin?
Cosmetic skin? What's that?
Well, who is there who has it? Oh, Sally Hanford. You know how dull-looking her skin always is.
Pity she didn't know about that soap you use. One look at you ought to sell Lux soap to any girl.
Shh. Here comes the second act.
Robert Montgomery, Janet Gaynor, Lionel Stander, and May Robeson continue in A Star is Born. A few hours have passed since Norman Maine left Esther at her doorstep. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. In the bedroom of Oliver Niles' home, the telephone jangles wildly. Niles, half asleep, gropes blindly for the receiver.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? This is Oliver Niles?
Yes, Oliver Niles.
This is Norman.
What is it? Who?
Norman Maine.
Norman? What have you done now? You're not in jail, are you?
Oh, no. Oliver, I have met a girl.
Oh, so that's it again.
Oliver, this girl, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's beautiful, yeah. Yes, I know. You want me to give her a screen test?
Oliver, this girl has wonderful possibilities. She's got something. I know it.
You know it. You knew all the others had something, too.
No. I tell you, Oliver, she has that sincerity and honestness, that makes great actresses. I'm so sure of this girl that I want to do the test with her myself. Tomorrow morning, Oliver. Oliver.
What?
Tomorrow morning, screen test.
Yes, anything.
That's fine, Oliver. I knew you'd appreciate this little tip. I've got another one in the 6th tomorrow. Now, you try and get a little sleep, old man. Good night, Oliver.
Light too hard?
Move that gobo. Yeah.
Get that inky spotted.
All right. This is just a test, gentlemen. Get going.
All set, Mr. Burke.
All right, then, let's take it. Ready, Norman?
Ready?
Ready, Miss, what's your name?
Esther Black.
Okay. He'll soon know your name, Esther. The whole world's gonna know it.
But I'm so scared. Maybe I better not try it today.
Oh, come on now. Don't be foolish. They all had to go through this. Crawford, Lombard, Myrna Loy, and Esther Blodgett.
All right. I'm ready.
All set, Burke.
Quiet!
Quiet. This is the take.
Roll 'em.
Quiet, everybody. Please.
Action.
The last time I saw you was the only time in my life I ever wanted to be a man.
I think I prefer you as a woman.
You know why I wanted to be a man?
No, why? Cut! You'll sign right there, Miss Blodgett.
There, Mr. Niles.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Niles.
I may as well tell you that my whole organization thinks I've gone a little nuts to sign you. Maybe they're right.
I hope they aren't.
Well, we won't know either way for a while, will we? You look like a nice girl. I think I'm going to like you. That's not important. I think the public will like you. That is important.
I know it is.
We're going to change your name, of course. Esther Blodgett is, well, you understand. From now on, your name is Lester. Vicky Lester.
Vicky Lester. Vicky Lester. Why, it's beautiful.
Good evening, everybody. This is Billy Moon, your own Billy the Hollywood Star Chaser. Flash. Oliver Niles Studio discovers a new starlet, a Cinderella of the Rockies. Her name is Vicky Lester. Those who have peeked tell me she couldn't be more Davoon. She's putting in her training period now, and in a few months we may get a look at those fair features. The best of luck to Vicky Lester from her future fans.
Listen, you dress people. We're shooting on the set this morning, not in the commissary. Shake it up. Shake it up.
Morning, Mabel.
Good morning, Mr. Maine. What'll be this morning?
Oh, the usual, Mabel.
Orange juice and bicarbonated soda.
Make it 2 bicarbs, but it was a very successful party last night.
Acme Trucking Company. No, the Mr. Smith is not in. Hello, Acme Trucking Company. No, Mr. Smith's not in.
What goes on over there?
Vicky Lester. She's rehearsing again.
Bring that stuff over to her table, will you?
Acme Trucking Company. No, the Mr. Smith is not in.
Hello, Acme. No, Smith ain't in.
Acme Trucking Company.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith is not... Oh, Norman.
What's this between you and Smith?
I've got a part. It's one line, but it's in a picture.
Oh, so it's ambition that made you break that date with me last night, eh?
Well, I had to be here so early this morning.
Yeah, so did I. I had to stay up all night to make it, too.
You started your picture, haven't you?
Oh, we're still in the testing stage. Can't seem to find a girl for the lead.
Gee, you think with all the girls there are...
Yeah, but this girl's got to be different. She's got to be little and cute and sweet and... Well, blow me down.
What?
Well, close these tired old eyes.
Norman, what's the matter?
Come on, hurry up.
Where are we going?
Oliver Niles' office, on the run. I tell you, Oliver, surefire. You've gone through the whole casting directory, haven't you?
I'll work day and night, Mr. Niles.
And I'll work with her, Oliver.
I can be mean or nasty or anything you want, Mr. Niles.
If she clicks, Oliver, you've got a star overnight. Well, what do you say?
Okay, she's in.
Esther, she's faded.
And just as your Star Chaser predicted on this program some months ago, little Vicky Lester has made good. Just how good was known early this evening after the preview of her first picture, in which she plays a featured role opposite Norman Maine. Norman may be starred, but he is decidedly not the main attraction.
Yeah, it's cooler out here. You see those lights, Esther? Down there? That's Hollywood.
It's wonderful, isn't it? A crazy quilt.
No, that's a carpet spread for you. It's yours from now on, you know. It's come, Esther. A star is born. You'll have everything in the world you want. And I hope it'll make you happy.
Hasn't it you?
Well, there's one thing I've never had. Lots of times I've told myself I'd found it, but I always knew I was lying. Still, I never stopped looking for it.
Maybe it'll come.
I think it has come, Esther. And I wish it weren't too late.
Oh, but it's not too late.
You can't throw away your life the way I've thrown away mine. And have anything left that's good enough now.
You can. Norman, you can.
Oh, you mustn't tell me that, Esther. I'm so afraid I'll believe it.
I want to, Norman. I want you to believe it because I love you, too.
No, folks, maybe I'm not thinking fast this morning. What are you two trying to say?
Just this, Oliver. We're going to get married.
You're going to what?
I guess I didn't read that line very well. I'll try it again. We're going to get married.
Both of
to
us.
each other. What do you think of that?
When? Where?
Well, we're going to elope in the conventional manner.
What's the matter, Mr. Niles?
He's trying to decide whether it's good for the studio.
Is it?
It is. And bless you, my children. When's it going to happen?
Well, we thought we'd just sneak out sometime.
Sure, but you mustn't hurt people's feelings. Matt Libby, for instance, he has a very sensitive nature. He'd feel offended if he didn't have a chance to congratulate you. Get Libby in.
I've been trying to keep him out.
Listen to this. The screen's ideal romance blossomed into breathtaking reality today when Vicki Lester and Norman Maine, America's dream lovers, slipped quietly through the portals of holy matrimony. How does that sound?
Horrible.
But you see, we're going to elope.
Sure you are. It'll be the biggest elopement this town ever saw. We'll get a tie-up with the Army. I'll have you escorted all the way down to Yuma, Arizona by 20 of their new bombing planes. From there, you can make personal appearances in Denver, Salt Lake, Seattle, Vancouver. Let's make this thing international.
Norman, is he going with us?
Say, Niles, don't you think we can work this thing out better alone? No use bothering the happy couple with all these details.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't realize we were in the way. While you're settling the details, you don't mind if I go out and buy this woman a ring, do you?
Sure, go ahead. We want everything legal.
Come on, honey. See you later, Oliver.
There's a charming couple for you. A nice girl like Vicky and public nuisance number one.
Norman's all right, Libby. You'll pardon my pointing Vicky's business as her own. It doesn't require any comments.
I didn't comment. I just said it's a rotten
You go
story.
ahead and plan the elopement.
What's the matter? You sore or something about this elopement?
No, I'm not sore. Go on, Libby, beat it. I'm busy.
And here's the Hollywood question mark for this week, folks. What famous star, since his marriage to another famous star, has turned over a brand new leaf and is now taking a non-alcoholic honeymoon? But why do his friends think his bride came about 6 performances too late as far as the public is concerned? Because the star's last 6 performances have been what is politely known as turkeys, box office flopolas. Yes, sir, folks, it was a gay life and a short one.
But, Norman, I just can't believe it. Would you mind telling me again, very slowly?
That's your new house. This is your new grass. And those are your new trees, and here's your new husband. Now, come on. The garden's been waiting long enough for you. Do you like it?
It's the most wonderful surprise anybody ever had. And there I was, thinking we were going to live in the beach house.
Oh, we'll keep the house at the beach. But this is special. This is our castle, where we'll never use ugly words like contracts and pictures and careers. When we come in those gates, we'll check the studio outside.
Oh, Norman.
Hey, hold that pose. That's it. Get it, Otto?
Got it.
Caption. Their honeymoon never ends. How are you?
Well, this is a surprise.